it, and you know, I mean, whatever you guys want to do.
We're rolling.
Because I think this is really a key point that's just come up right before we started.
Wait,
rolling.
pause. Wait.
Pause?
If you're watching this at home, no, not you, Jesse. YouTubers, if you're watching this at home,
Weed tubers.
pause. Ooh, I like that. Has someone coined that? Weed tubers, you heard it first. Okay, someone coined it. Forget it.
By the way, we're weed tubers.
We
so
are.
even the fact that you said that shows up our ignorance, which is a good thing. We're ignorant about
you guys,
what
we
we're
had a show.
embarking
We
on.
had a TV show.
Now we're weed tubers.
And now we're on YouTube, but that's okay because it's our cause. Anyway, I was
weed
saying,
tubers. Time
out, pause, go get
Let's
high.
be real.
You gotta watch this while you're high. It's better. I mean.
Oh, you must be high
After
now.
all,
Pause.
it is the great
We're gonna
previous-
pause now. Ready?
Pause.
You sure this is weed?
What just happened?
I think she's on something else.
Okay, now we're back. That was enough time
Pause.
for them to go and get high. Okay, yeah, so
Oh.
now we're back. You
Nice.
didn't even have to hit pause because we
Nice.
did it for you.
Nice.
So,
I didn't even.
this
that's
is the
perfect.
Zeta, by
We're
the way. I'm on the
learning.
Zeta. You guys are on the Emperor
No.
Titan.
Zeta.
Oh, you're on Zeta too?
Yeah.
The Zeta, if you watched our Zeta salad, Zeta kept me from falling into a puddle of tears after the election. Anyway, that's another episode. So we're smoking Zeta. That's
Yeah.
what we're doing.
Yeah, and we're also beginning. I mean, we're gonna break it down. There's gonna be like show news.
Yeah.
So we'll say hello. We're the Great American Pot Show.
We're Gaps 420 now, but yes.
We're learning how to be weed
We're the Great
tubers, so
American
we're
Pot Show.
saying things like hi,
Yes.
welcome, thank you so much for tuning in. It's hard. Subscribe.
Comment.
We're not.
Thumbs downs are apparently good too. You can hate on us, and apparently that helps us.
Yeah, we're trying to learn. Not that we're trying to sort of game YouTube in any way. We're that's sort of what we're learning is
That's my dog. Aya.
We are weed tubers.
See, now we get to show Aya. We didn't show Aya. We didn't show Aya on the
Still
TV
can't
show.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
That we can cut around.
I'll leave Aya out.
That
Totally.
was his original rule, actually. That was your original rule in
Right.
season 1 too.
Totally.
No
Yes, that
dogs.
was the-
Sorry, there are no dogs on the show.
Okay, so we have show news. You know what's going on with the show. We can
Yes.
talk about that. We can talk about a little bit about what's going on in the world. Although this is what we're going to do today. The biggest thing we're going to do is, I'll introduce it, is we're going to be hanging out with two guys.
Two guys.
And they are two incredibly cool dudes.
Awesome, amazing.
Don't know each other before tonight.
First time meeting.
First time meeting.
You're seeing it. The magic.
Both smoke weed,
Yes.
but one smokes every day from when he wakes up to when he goes to sleep. And the other smokes somewhere between once a week and once a month. So it's two very different kinds of pot smokers that we're going to have on the show today.
And they both
I
have
think
problems.
it's going to be very exciting.
It's going to be very exciting for a million reasons, and they also both have problems that we have to solve.
Yes.
Right now, on this episode, we're going to solve it.
Yes, we're going to solve it. So, yes, and of course, it's all about healing. It's all about shamanic healing. See, we always have to, we're weed tubers. We're now talking
And what are we
to our
smoking? Did we
community.
hit on what we're smoking? We are smoking the Zeta,
The
which we
Zeta
said.
is magical. The Zeta is probably the best weed that I'm aware of in Los Angeles
I
right
mean,
now.
I couldn't agree more. It kept me out of despair after the election. I'm not kidding. Like, I would have been a puddle on the floor.
Exactly. So, we've got the Zeta. We've got the two guests who are amazing. We've got world. We'll talk about the world as
I'm
the,
sure
as
the
the
world
show
will
unfolds.
come up.
We'll talk
How
about
can
the
it
world.
not?
We'll talk about Trump. The one thing I do want to talk
Today
about.
is Wednesday. Oh, it was Obama's last press conference.
Yes. Now, one thing we just have to touch on before we go to our guests, and where is my sheet of paper? Here it is.
It's right here.
Yeah, thank you so much. I need this Because one thing we just have to tell the story of, you know, this is sort of the big story of the week for us, was that Meryl Streep, who has been a client of mine for many years,
I love her.
I wasn't going to talk about this, but now I can. She is a client. She had a session with me about a week before the Golden Globes. And a lot of what came out in our session is what ended up in her speech.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to, I have her speech in front of me. I'm not going to read the whole thing by any means. But I just want to make a couple of points, which are just important for me. This is the part that had a lot of controversy. Where is it? Oh, here we go. So Hollywood is crawling with outsiders and foreigners. And if we kick them all out, you'll have nothing to watch but football and mixed martial arts, which are not the arts. You'll have nothing to watch but football and mixed martial arts, which are not the arts. Now, as you know, that was a big moment at the thing. It got a laugh, but it's an uncomfortable moment, and a lot of people have pushed back about that. Now, I just want to say what
just
the
like
truth
a lot of
is.
people push back about Obamacare now that they want to take it away. They're like, no, wait, no, don't take away my health care.
Right, but a lot of people push back against this Meryl Streep moment for a good reason, which is that if you're a football fan, if you're a mixed martial arts fan, and you respect those sports and the professionals who play them and their artistry, it can be very offensive. That's what happened. That's just real. But
why? But she wasn't saying that football and mixed martial arts are bad. She was just saying that's the only thing you'll have. Just like nobody's saying white people are bad. They're just saying, like, if you kick all the non-white people out, there will only be white people, which isn't nearly as rich and amazing and fulfilling as having every...
But in this case, and maybe in many cases that you're referring to, it's the framing that's not very good.
Well, what
because
was the framing?
The framing was what I just read, that it's couched as an insult.
But it wasn't couched as
it
wasn't an insult.
No, but I think it was. I think it was.
It wasn't.
In any case, well, you know what?
No, thank you, Michael.
No,
like,
you're.
It wasn't an insult.
You're right. It was perceived as an insult.
Yeah.
And this is the point of the whole story, is that when Meryl was here, these things came up in a different form and was transmuted ultimately into that. Because we discussed football as a place where the rivalries in football and fans in football, how extreme that can be, and how football is therefore an analogy for what is happening in the country. Football fans, let's put it that way. So that notion that football fans are kind of just, they how rabid and fan-like and loyal and you can't possibly ever be moved to the other side because you're a fan. There's no convincing like a Red Sox fan to be a Yankees fan. It's not rational. So that's the analogy to the to voting in this election is it's fandom, it's rabidness in that way. That got translated into that remark.
I was just gonna say, at least we're not like the European fans where they actually stab each other. Like the soccer fans, like
Right.
the football fan, like what the world calls football.
Yeah.
Which we call soccer.
Exactly. Rabid fans. I mean that's the point. That's what's underneath the Meryl Streep analogy.
So Meryl took what she did with you in her sesh, and then she took it and
morphed it kind of in a very intuitive kind of a way.
Right.
And I guess I'm just upset that a lot of people took offense to that, you know, to the whole football mixed martial arts.
So how do you think
which
she
are
meant
not
it?
the arts. I think she meant it. I think Meryl Streep, what's so amazing about her, she's a jazz musician. I mean, she is not coming from like a, you know, I would have crafted the speech differently. I would have written the speech out and memorized it and knew what I was going to say and knew the points that I was going to make. Meryl did not do that at all. She just went up there and started channeling.
She was in the moment. And
Right.
She lived it out, and she didn't have very much time.
Right.
And it was a lot. It was a big thing. I mean, I can imagine getting up in front of a nation as not an elected official and giving a speech like that, knowing it's going to be heard around the world. I mean, imagine her at the podium delivering that. I mean, exhilarating, but the pressure, but the I can't fuck this up in the moment. I mean, that's intense. That's an intense moment and an intense thing.
Absolutely. And she flowed with it beautifully.
Yeah.
Beautifully. The other thing, just to get, you know, rational one more time, just want to point this out and then we'll move on from the Meryl Streep thing, is that we also talked a lot about the importance of the actor in a time like we're living in now, because what Donald Trump did when he imitated that reporter handicapped, that is imitation, that is mimicry. And the difference between mimicry
what Trump was
and
doing,
acting.
I just want to say what Trump was doing was far worse than what Meryl Streep did with her comment about martial arts and football. Okay, continue. He was really being malicious and making fun of somebody.
Yes. Oh, there's no comparison.
She was
no
not
comparison.
being malicious and making
But
fun
the
of football
point
watchers
is
and martial arts. People took it wrong.
That what he was doing is on one spectrum of acting. It's at this point, and what she's doing is on the absolute opposite. And she's basically saying that's an act not of empathy, but acting is all about empathy.
Absolutely.
So the importance of the actor in an age when empathy is in question,
Under attack. Like many things.
But we'll talk about that more in this episode too. Let me make sure that we're not missing anything. Okay. This is our new Weed Tube show, the Great American Pot Show.
It's Prepisode 2.
It's very important to get high for this new batch of episodes. We did that. Shamanic context, what we're healing tonight, we've done that. What we're smoking, we've done that. Shamanic context, we might...
We can elaborate more in the
what's
healing
happening,
session.
any intro stuff, business, show news, we've done that. Ad for some product, we don't have any
Oh,
products
no.
yet.
I got one.
Pot news, American news, Trump news.
Okay. This
This is the last thing we
is
have
the
to
product.
do, guys.
This is a total... I kind of have two products. I have one weed product and one non-weed. Okay, so they didn't tell me to do this. This is a total fucking impromptu thing. But I'm hoping to get sponsorship. I want to be the Evoxe Lab. See, I'm not totally altruistic. I want to be the Evoxe Lab ambassador at Sundance because I'm going to Sundance. And this is the perfect little thing. I don't have to... I can just be like discreetly... So if there was sativa in here, which is my favorite weed, as you all know if you've been watching the show, you go like this, lights up a little blue, you get a really amazing hit. Not only that, but Evoxe Labs combines different kinds of herbal plants that go along with the marijuana. And so this vapors that come out of it are actually... You know, if it's lavender, if it's like an indica, they mix lavender with the indica for the calming and the relaxing. And so then as you smoke it, you inhale the lavender too. So you get the aromatherapy of lavender, and that's the smell that exhales too. So it's a really pleasant smell.
Does
I'm a
nothing
big fan.
for me, by the way.
EvoxeLabs.com.
I just want to say this is one of those smoking methods that does nothing for me.
Really?
Just the whole thing of that nature.
But you like the one-hitter. So what's the difference between this and the one-hitter?
The one-hitter is fire. It's ash. I'm an old school dirty smoker. I don't want any fucking.
All right.
clean
Well,
bullshit.
Evoxe Labs, folks, for when you're traveling, when you're going to Sundance.
Right, if you want to basically be the Virginia
If
Slim.
you want
That's
to be
the
the
new
little
Virginia
you-
Slim.
Like it's like in your pocket.
Hey,
Look, check
hey.
it out. Check it out.
Logo, the new Virginia Slim. Or whatever it's called. Mantra,
Michael
the new
Katz,
Virginia
because
Slim.
we have a million Michaels in our
Oh
lives.
my God.
Michael Katz, if you heard that.
Both guys who are going to be on the show tonight,
Yes.
not named Michael.
No.
Oh, one is.
One's named Michael.
One is.
We have a Michael on the show
Yeah,
tonight.
so I'm wrong.
All right, so let's get to
All right,
Michael
and that was
Jesse.
it. Sign off with a call to action. Subscribe. We forgot this last week.
But I was
Subscribe.
saying it at the beginning. I said it at the beginning.
Subscribe. That's part of, this is part of the genre.
Remember
it's
I
part
said,
of the
and
form.
you can leave a comment
It's part
too.
of what we're doing.
Remember, and you can even do a
Subscribe.
thumbs down, and you can even
Comment. Please.
Yeah.
The comment section is like the barren desert of our show.
It is
And
all-
there's people who are watching. We love you
we love you.
who are watching. I mean, seriously.
Oh la la, Lisa.
We are nothing without you. Truly.
Oh la la, Lisa.
There would be no point. That's it, right?
Yep.
Subscribe.
I is gonna get on this damn show whether you like it or not. So what are we smoking?
What are we smoking? We're smoking the Titan OG.
Oh, that's what we're gonna
Last
smoke now?
week was the Emperor OG. This week is the Titan OG.
I hope it works, because like I said, nothing seems to work anymore.
Well,
So today we're dealing with
Everything's stoned.
Michael's problem. He
I mean,
doesn't
it's.
seem to get
I
high.
don't know if it is a. It's a pro. I guess it is a problem. Because
well, it's.
I mean,
that's why I think you should.
something's
smoke out of
changing
something.
metaphysically,
You should.
or physically,
I
rather,
think
or
you
maybe
should
it is
smoke more.
metaphysically. Oh, maybe.
Dude,
Oh my God, it's clogged, isn't it?
What? Is that the reason why I'm not
have
getting
you
anything?
been like sucking in
Yeah.
and feeling?
Yeah, like it's
there's
nothing's
a pain
going.
in your chest of nothing coming
Yes,
in.
exactly that.
That's called not smoking.
God. But, I mean, why did it? Why does it do that?
It clogs up. I love that you thought you were building immunity.
I did. I
To
couldn't
pot.
understand. I mean, all
And
these years I've
instead,
been such a
you have a
lightweight.
clogged pipe. That's
Well,
really.
It was new pot. It was supposedly, it's supposed to be good. And usually I just take a little tiny hit and I would get stoned. But nothing on this. Sucking. Nothing.
Oh, dude, you have to be careful now not to cough, because you're probably going to take a big inhale.
Oh, now it's going to be like a big,
Yeah.
and my body's not used to it anymore. No, it's like I've worn out my lungs sucking so hard and never getting
That shouldn't be. You should know better. You just have to smoke like your regular, like you're breathing. Feel like you're getting a hit.
That's what happens when you're not a professional pothead.
Yeah.
I didn't know this
But
information.
you didn't feel like you were getting anything,
No.
and that's why.
Didn't feel like I was getting any. I
'Cause
kept
you
on
weren't
thinking
breathing.
it's the weirdest thing in the world. It was like I kind of almost felt like breath just going away, like
Oh.
out of, It's like, where did that breath go? It didn't have any power to it or anything. And then it's all because it was just clogged.
Yeah. I'm amazed that we're not just on the floor laughing hysterically about that.
I'm a little concerned that I was so stupid that I didn't think about that.
I wouldn't be concerned
Maybe
about that.
you-
I like that innocence. I think that innocence is wonderful.
There's some innocence left in the world.
It's hopeful.
It's very hopeful.
It's hopeful.
Exactly.
Well, geez, now that you've educated me, I'll know that I have to have maintenance.
Hey guys, so we are committed to bringing you these shamanic sessions in real time, but I am in a hotel room at Sundance, so we don't know if we're going to be able to film one next week. So we're going to save Michael and Jesse for next week, and you're going to love it. It's to be or not to be a pothead. talking about indica, sativa. Is there a difference? Is there not a difference? All kinds of great stuff. So stay tuned.